This is Into the Fire.
I take great pleasure in welcoming the agile, the athletic, huge 204cm ruckman, Geelong Falcons legend of a guy, and the best pure ruckman in the draft year, Vic Country's Toby Conway. Nice to meet you, Toby.
Thanks, Liam. Nice to meet you too, mate.
Awesome to have you on the show. Let's get to the obvious out of the way first, Toby. You are huge. I mean, 204 centimetres is enormous for me. Let's be honest, if this wasn't on Zoom, I need a step ladder. Have you always been the tallest player growing up for juniors?
Yeah, I've probably always been one of the taller players. I was a bit of a late developer, but yeah, I've always had a bit of natural height about me. And then when I hit puberty, yeah, it took off a little bit, luckily.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always been a taller player.
Yeah, pretty good advantage.
Yeah, I think so. It's always been a bit of an advantage for me, which is good.
Yeah. Now, you're a massive talent because to be a ruckman at your height, the agility is a huge bonus. And you're really good below your knees and work around the ground with ease. You remind me a lot of Tim English, the way you move. Did you always play in the ruck?
I sort of did play in the ruck for a long time because, as I said, I was always a pretty tall kid. And I was always because I was a bit of a late developer, so I wasn't the strongest kid going around. So I used to play a bit of deep forward underage, and yeah, and then I played ruck for most of my life. Apart from that,
Yeah,
so
nice. Now, you're an amazing ruckman who is genuinely cut out for the big time. But the one thing that has lacked a little is you moving forward, which I noticed you started to develop more this year until stupid COVID came back. Is that your next step, developing yourself a bit like Big Mac Scorn did and pushing forward and hitting the scoreboard?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty important to be a forward these days to be a complete ruckman. So yeah, obviously if I can get the contested marking going and a bit of forward craft about me, then that add another string to the bow, which would be good. So we'll see where we go with that.
Yeah, love to kick a few snags.
What was that?
Love to kick a few snags every now and then.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing wrong with a few snags, Liam.
Yeah, nothing wrong with them. So in 6 games in the NAB League, you averaged almost 14 disposals and 27 hitouts, easily winning your ruck contest. You must be happy with the games you were able to play.
Yeah, obviously, I had a good start to the year, and I was pretty happy with it, and got rewarded for a bit of hard work, which is good. And then it was pretty hard adjusting to COVID at times. But yeah, I was overall pretty happy with my year. I don't think I'll get any more games from there, so I'm pretty content with what I've done.
Yeah, you should be happy. Awesome year. Okay, so under 16 champs went okay for you, didn't it? All Australian honours, massive accolade for the player you'll be. How was that experience? And was it here you thought, this is my career here?
It probably was a bit of a shock to me that I got all that stuff because I was, as I said, I was a pretty late developer, and at the start of that year I wasn't really expecting anything, just hoping to make it to the Falcons. But then I got an invite to the country, and it all sort of took off from there. But I think that's pretty similar to how it happens with some of the taller kids, like Mac Andrew. Obviously, I think he was a bit of a late developer as well, and he had a bit of a breakout year this year. But that year probably was my breakout year, where I realised that I could make something of myself a little bit.
Yeah, big year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you got to go up against some big hardened bodies of the AFL in the futures game against Geelong. Not the result you must have been hoping for, but huge experience, I'm sure. How did you go, and what did you take out of that game?
Yeah, it wasn't the best result for me, but I was playing on Darcy Ford and some big ruckmen, and yeah, it was a really good experience, but I didn't play as well as I wanted to. I only got like 5 hitouts or something, and also they're like 3 ruckmen, so it was pretty a lot of bench time, I think. But it was a pretty incredible experience, and I took out that I probably need to get a lot stronger than what I am now. And I have a long way to go if I'm going to compete.
Yeah, sounds like an awesome experience.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. You had a little bit of knee soreness this year, probably growing pains. How are the knees now, mate?
They're pretty good at the moment. It's just a little. I had a surgery in my under 16 year that I needed to work on a bit. And I just need to keep the load tolerance up. So when there was COVID and gyms were closed, I couldn't do my leg weights and stuff. So that's when it started to get a bit sore. But it's all pretty good now at the moment. Just doing some squats out the back and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, good to hear, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Len.
That's all right. Now, any team that is looking at a number 1 ruck spot, should stop worrying about training for one and just draft you. I reckon you'll fit in quickly and seamlessly, a bit like Tim English did. Knowing that there are a couple of teams, particularly north of you, crying out for ruck stocks, are you okay with the move if you need to?
Yeah, I'll be happy to go anywhere, Liam. Not sure about everything you said there, but yeah, I'd definitely be happy to move away, change of scenery, meet a few new people. I think it'd be a really good experience, and I can't really. I don't think I'm in a position to pick and choose. So yeah, I'd be happy to go anywhere.
Yeah, nice. Now, being a part of the Geelong Falcons, have you had an opportunity at all over the last couple of years to have anything to do with Geelong?
I haven't really had any association with Geelong this year. I was supposed to do a little bit of training with them in the term 2 holidays, or like the mid-year holidays, because of the academy, the Australian academy that I made it into. But unfortunately, COVID hit and I wasn't allowed to do that. So yeah, I haven't really done anything with Geelong, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully don't rule it out yet.
Yeah, COVID just gets in the way of everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the way it's been for the last 2 years, I think. So
yeah,
getting used to it.
Now, you were the number 1 ruck for a very, very talented Vic Country team. It must have been disappointing that you didn't get to play. What have you been doing during Victoria's lockdown to keep you primed for the combine and the draft?
I've spoken to all my coaches at Falcons and they sort of just gave me a bit of a program to follow. So I've been doing my running and leg weights and also just trying to keep the weight up and stay strong in case I do get onto a list. It'll be a bit easier to fit in. But yeah, it's pretty much just been trying to keep the 2K down a little bit and then also doing a bit of sprint stuff to just do all the tests and perform well, hopefully. So we'll see how we go on Friday.
No, you'll get on a list, mate. Don't even worry.
Don't know about that, Liam, but nothing's set in stone for a ruckman.
Oh, well, I do. Speaking of the combine, what are the areas you're really looking forward to? And is there anything you dread a bit?
I think. I'm probably looking forward to the standing reach. Hopefully, I'll perform well there. That's probably going to be my best test. But I don't really dread any of the tests. I get a bit nervous with the 2K just because it's probably not my biggest strength as a ruckman. But I will still look forward to the day and seeing everyone because I love the big country boys and it'll be good to see everyone, I think.
Yeah, it would be awesome. You're an exciting talent, and we all know that. And a bloke with an enormous upside that could develop into one of the game's greatest ruckmen, in my opinion. What do you want clubs to know about you going into the draft?
I think it's just that I'm a hard worker and I'm a pretty competitive guy. So I think that's really important in a ruckman, given the ruck is a really competitive position when you're coming up against one guy all day and he's probably going to be just as big and strong as you. So it's all about having that competitive edge. So I think I think I'd love clubs to know that I'm a really competitive person and I'm a hard worker. And I'm pretty dedicated as well. So I think I'd like them to know that.
Yeah, it's a good attribute.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to know you a bit better personally. What hidden talent do you have or think you have that not many know?
Ooh, testing me a bit.
Tough question.
I'll probably just say that I think I'm a pretty smart guy in school. I think that's one good thing about me. But I wouldn't say it's probably not a hidden talent that nobody knows. But in terms of the footy, all my footy mates, they probably don't know that too much. Because ruckmen aren't usually the smartest people, but I am a pretty smart guy. So yeah, I think that's one thing that I probably want you to know.
Yeah, good thing.
Yeah.
I think you're a Swan supporter. Is that true?
I'm not quite a Swan supporter. They're my second team because my cousin's there.
Is that just because of this year?
A little bit, yeah. But also my cousin's there, so I'll support the family. But yeah, I've been a Geelong boy pretty passionately since I was a kid, and I was this year too.
Yeah, Geelong didn't play bad this year.
Yeah, well, they weren't too good in the finals, but that's all right.
Yeah. How many times have people said that? Did you play basketball and did you laugh?
I've had that quite a few times. It's things along that theme, like watch your head, just how's the weather up there, things like that. And I do get a little bit sick of it. Sorry, my dog's in here. So just things like that, and I try to I try to laugh, but it's usually just polite, not because I'm actually finding it funny. But, so,
Yeah.
oh,
What
Um,
AFL player? Oh, sorry, keep
no,
going.
you go. I'm done.
Okay. What AFL player would you say you play most like?
I'd probably. Oh, I'd love to say Max Gawn. I think I've been compared to Riley O'Brien, but I think he's a lot fitter than I am. He can cover the ground a bit better than I can. He runs a very low 2K. But I think I'd love to say Max Gawn just because I can get back and help the defense. And he's quite a coordinated guy.
Yeah, he's also
So,
won a grand final as well.
yeah. So I haven't won a grand final yet, but in my whole career, but hopefully I can one day. There we go.
Hopefully. Yeah. If you had to play a different sport, which one do you think you'd do best in?
I'd probably say basketball, to be honest, Liam. That's not to say that I'd be really good at it, but I think just in terms of where I play best in, probably basketball. So I'll just let the dog out quickly. I'll be right.
Yeah, all good.
Sorry about that.
All good. What dog breed do you have?
He's a Labrador. Yeah.
Oh,
puppy.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, I'd probably have to say basketball just because I'm a tall guy. I'm not the best shooter, but I'd like to think I can just get rebounds and put it up from a meter away from the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, good sport.
Yeah, it's good to watch the NBA. I think that's coming on soon, which should be exciting.
Yeah. Thing you like to do most in your free time?
Probably just hang out with mates, I think, Liam. When I can and it's not lockdown. That or swimming, I reckon, because during my knee injury, I had a lot of swimming to do, and I loved it all. So yeah, I think when I get the chance, I love to do a bit of swimming.
Yeah, swimming's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Now, Toby, you're going to be a great player. There is zero doubt in my mind, but you're lacking one thing. A thing that concerns me a little bit. It's not your skill, it's the fact that you only kicked one goal. Come on, Toby. The big guys need you to lift. Can't have all those small forwards stealing all the limelight. Time to add goals to your focus. Let's give you something that will make snagging those goals rewarding. A celebration worthy of the great man you are. The Into the Fire.
Thanks, Alan. First of all, it was 2 goals, I think, actually.
Oh, 2 goals.
So I'll do a lift for you. But yeah, I definitely doing a lift in that area, hopefully.
Yeah, I reckon you can.
We'll see. If COVID gets away, I can work on a little bit, maybe. But yeah, I agree with you there.
All right, sounds good, mate. Well, I can't thank you enough, Toby, for coming on my show today. You're a terrific guy and are going to be a super coach premium ruck in the very near future. Good luck in the draft, mate.
Thanks heaps, Alan. Thanks for having me.
Oh, good. Awesome to chat, mate.
Good luck with your career.